Hello. I will work for subs, likes, and shares. I am desperate. I am this desperate. Bills needs to be paid. I am about to switch careers right here. This animating thing is not working. I'm about to go animate hentai for Crunchyroll. Either that or make my own NFTs. Can you imagine? Maybe one day. LOL. Segway. Fighting. Yes, Daddy. Growing up, me and my brothers had to stand up for ourselves a lot. Our parents lived in the hood their whole life and didn't want us to be influenced by all the gang-related activities, so then they moved us. They moved us way out into the suburbs. The area that we lived in was full of predominantly white people. We were literally the only minorities in the area. All the people in our area were all hunters and farmers, and they rode their tractors to school. So it's fair to say that we faced some racism growing up. It built us some tough skin though, you know. We have a good sense of humor and we don't really find anything too offensive. But this also was the reason why we had to stand up for ourselves. And here's some stories. One time when we got off the bus stop, our neighbor did the usual spew, "Hey, what does King Kong mean?" And we got into a little tussle. Okay, maybe the fight scene wasn't that overly epic. It was more like this. What are you doing? Say you're sorry. What? Say you're sorry. I'm sorry. No real punches were thrown, but he ain't want to see me fight for real. I can throw hands if I wanted to. We also got into fights playing football with the other kids. All the other kids would usually be on one team, and then it would just be me and my brothers on another. So we were pretty segregated. There was this one kid who the whole neighborhood didn't like, but we liked him because, he was an outcast, like us. Since no one liked him, he was always on our team. The good thing about him being on our team was he was like 200 pounds, 6 feet tall, full of muscle. Puberty hit this kid like a train. So because of this kid, we always won every game we played in football. This would always end up with like heated arguments and them doing a lot of racial stuff, which leads to more fights. And in the end, we always stand tall. And in the end, we always just all end up being friends. It was weird. It was almost like keeping our place. We had to always prove ourselves to them. Now that I'm an adult, I haven't been really put in a position where I have to fight. Although recently, as last October, I went to this rave, Porter Robinson, and there was this incident. It seemed like a big misunderstanding, but I was with a friend just vibing, and two of his friends came over. They were a couple, and then he left. But since he knew them, I just thought I'd say hello. They introduced themselves to me. It was like Bob and Jill. They seemed, cordial at first, and then all of a sudden Jill was like, "Hey, I know your girlfriend." I was intrigued. "How do you know my girl?" She started explaining to me her relationship with my girlfriend. I don't know if she was just talking to me for a bit too long, but Bob over here was getting mad. I wasn't even paying attention to the conversation with her anymore. I just wrap it up, girl. I was just eyeballing Bob because he took off his jacket, wrapped it around his fist. One of his homies came up to him and he was like, "Nah, don't talk to me, man." And he was just staring me dead in the eyes. I was really confused because I haven't been flirting with this girl. I haven't given her no compliment, and we're talking about my girl over here. The sun's getting real low, big guy. I feared for my life. I am not a fighter anymore. I'm a cuddler. So I just waited until she was done with her story and I ran off. Other incidents of nearly getting jumped is at the bars, more specifically Asian bars. There are some Asian bars out there that I like to go to, and there are just some gangbangers who are there all the time. If you're wearing a certain color or carrying yourself a certain way, they'll call out to you to see if you're in a gang, so then they can fight you. Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. Who? Me? Yeah, you, cuz. Do you bang? Do I what? Do you bang, cuz? You mean do I bang? No, cuz, do you gang bang? Oh. You mean like a threesome? I would always have to tell them, "Hey, I'm just here for a good time. I ain't trying to fight nobody." Yeah, those are all my fight stories. There should be a moral lesson to this. Only fight if you need to. Moral of the story is only fight if you need to. Have muscle.